My name is Doug Emerson, and I'm a Senior Regional Sales Manager for United Grinding North America. Today we're going to look at the production and floor space advantages of the STUDER S11. The S11 is a production machine which is precisely tailored to the customer's desired process. Highly dynamic axis drives, a high-quality STUDER guideway system, and fast traverse speeds form the basis of the S11. With a floor space requirement of less than 19.4 square feet, it is extremely compact and will fit onto any manufacturing floor. I'll give you a quick overview of how the machine behind me is configured. The S11 starts with a granite base, providing thermal stability and the vibration dampening advantages that STUDER machines have utilized for decades. The X and Z axis are on cross-side linear guideway design to minimize the floor space the machine requires. Each axis is positioned with a glass scale for the highest position accuracy. The S11 is robust, yet still has traversing speeds of 15,000 millimeters per minute. Again, do not let the small footprint fool you. There's a lot of power here. The spindle has a 500 millimeter wheel capacity with a 4.5 kilowatt direct drive motor spindle. A 50 meter per second constant surface speed provides the utmost productivity. The machine here is at 0 degree setting, but there's a 20-degree version also for applications where face grinding is needed. However, if you really want to see some power, there's also a high-speed grinding wheel head with a 7 kilowatt, 140 meter per second spindle. In addition, the spindle can have integrated contact sensors, reducing cycle time. Moreover, an integrated balancing head to reduce non-productive setup times. A workhead choice of universal or chucking are both available with up to 2,500 RPM, which is extremely well suited for the part sizes that fall into S11's work envelope of 125 millimeter center height and 150 millimeter grind length. The workhead on this particular machine is the universal that can be set as either a live or dead center depending on the application. A positioning C-axis which repositions within a degree makes it ergonomic for the operators to hand load parts or simplifies future automation. In addition, the machine behind me is equipped with a pneumatic control for different work holding options such as power chucks or collet closers. The Morse Taper 3 tailstock has a stroke of 35 millimeters on the machine, and the barrel retraction is pneumatically actuated. The advancement of the barrel is by spring load. This is a safety feature, so if there's ever a loss of air pressure, the workpiece will stay between centers. There is a manual taper correction on the tailstock for adjusting taper out of the workpiece. Also available is an automatic taper correction as an option. Two different dressers exist, rotary or stationary. The dressing on this machine is achieved with a rotary spindle, which along with STUDER's touch dress software can optimize the process with super abrasive grinding wheels, minimizing the material removed per dress and compensating for diamond wheel wear, ultimately reducing the tooling cost per part. The machine can have an OD gauge head to control the size of the ground parts based off a master part used during setup, and a passive length positioning to compensate for any lateral variances from part to part. Another unique option for the S11 is the R-axis. This is a lateral positioning axis that is independent of the table's Z-axis. This allows for automatic repositioning of traditional table-mounted tooling. A good example would be to position a passive measuring head from land to land on a hydraulic spool to control its performance based on the application requirements. The Fanuc Zero-Eye TF control features the STUDER Wind Focus operating system that is specifically designed and optimized for a production machine with a single wheel. The control's 12-inch touchscreen and Windows-based interface does not require an additional external keyboard or mouse. The use of STUDER's microfunction software allow for total optimization of cycle feeds, speeds, dwells, and crossover points. Additional grinding cycles can be added to the grind non-round forms or to grind external threads. There's also several standard loader interfaces to choose from, including B3, D3, or H3 Profibus or I/O interfaces. There's also a OPC-UA interface for production data acquisition for your smart factory requirements. To sum it up, there are a lot of features packed into a small amount of space that is the STUDER S11. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or would like to learn more, find us at grinding.com.